Facing Waves is brought to you by the Croatian National Tourist Board. Visit us online at croatia.hr. Welcome back to Facing Waves. This week, we're paddling the magical waters of Croatia with a small group of NRS team paddlers. After getting their fill of whitewater on the country's interior rivers, the crew has decided to head to the coast for a day of stand-up paddling on the Adriatic Sea.
The cool thing about this trip is we've actually brought sup boards and sit-on-tops to just have fun. So on our days off, we've gone to the coastline and just chilled out. It's been quite a nice opportunity just to relax in still some epic scenery without the stresses of the white water.
It's pretty special being able to head down to the beach so easily. I mean, we were staying right on the river and then within 30 k's we were at the beach. So it was kind of nice to mix it up completely and just go touring. We got some fairly lengthy sups and we just cruised up and down, and it was real nice. You see some scenery and just take it easy. It's kind of pretty good for active recovery. Across my personal Sahara, from the back of my mind to you, it's time to let it out, scream it out, you make it feel like it should be. It's time to yell it out, scream it out, you make me feel like I can cry. So the coastline's a bit different to some of the other parts of Europe. You know, you've got some nice cliffs, you've got kind of cool sea features coming out of the cliffs, which is really nice. But again, the big thing about it is it's always calm. Because of the way the islands shelter Croatia, you very rarely have kind of strong currents and strong waves. So for an area to come and chill out on the water, it's perfect. Joe made a big claim that he could backflip on a sup. A big claim that, needless to say, he couldn't actually live up to. So this brought out the challenge of us all backflipping on the sups. Surprised my nose actually lasted this long, really.
As you can see, David Bain has just backflipped from sup to water.
David Headbutt Bain.
David Headbutt Bain.
we all were like, yeah, we should try that. Barney was stoked as well and was all amped up to go. He was like, yeah, I'm going. And as we all know, Barney's a real trained athlete, so I wasn't concerned too much.
Barney's backflips between the sup and the Zamanu are very, very similar, in fact, in regards to the fact that neither was really a backflip.
Some of the boys have been practicing their gainers and I never did a gainer before, so I had to go and it didn't really turn out.
Yeah, not surprised to see Barney doing such a professional move. That's why he called Barney Bistisi.
Located at the mouth of the Cetina River Omish is a port town filled with historical buildings dating back to the 13th century. The narrow alleyways and waterside buildings are perfect for exploring with a paddleboard.
So if you actually sup into Omish from the ocean, you go under this bridge and it's just mountains rising straight from the sides. The city's kind of nestled in a area of mountains anyway.
You can park your car and walk 10 metres and you're at the harbour wall. You can put your SUP straight in and jump on it and go for an explore, really, and there's really cool things to see. It's quite nice to see the town from the river. It's very different to walking around. Omish used to be a pirate town. It's this harbour on the seafront with these big mountains that go up next to it, so a really safe place for a ship to go, it looked like. What people used to do is they'd lure the ships into the harbour and they'd lure them up the river, and then they'd put big chains out across the front so they couldn't leave, and they'd ransack the ships, and that was a lot of how Omish made its money in the old days. A lot of those old buildings, they're still there, so there's a really cool castle and cathedral and a really cool old town with narrow streets before cars were invented, so just wide enough for a person to walk down. And it's a really cool place to hang out and see some history.
You can literally paddle through the centre of the town of Omish and you can hop off anywhere, you can go get some food. It's a really old town, so you've got lots of really narrow cobbled streets, so you kind of go through all these little caverns and alleyways, and then it opens up to a view of the whole town and the coastline as well, which you can see everything from the top of the fort.